Told y'all, we got the game on lock. Crank Lucas the rap deucer. Team Real Racing. Y'all already know we won. Off-road racing, quick as in the desert. To the finish line, passing through the checkers. It's Team Real, we just much better. When we on the track, we apply that pressure. People lined up screaming from the sideline. When they see the UT class fly by, or they see me in the truck doing drive-by, in the Parker Dam or in the Baja. Every time you see me rolling through inside a buggy, and I'm counting up the money, cause I came to multiply it. Push a 1200 horsepower in the motor, you don't really wanna race me, I dare you to try it. Started up the engine, now my wheels on fire. Zooming through the track while I'm running up the rubber. Better get them slow waves out of my water. You don't wanna see the shark or there's a crusher. It's Team Real, y'all know what the biz. Crank Lucas and I'm spinning on the wheel. Doing 160 pass you so fast when the wind hits your body get the chills. Telling everybody they can eat my dust, but I guarantee you won't beat my best. Pop a champagne when I'm at the finish line and I'm holding up the trophy and I beat my chest. What first place look like it's me? I don't do twos and I never met a three. People know the Team Real logo when I'm running through the desert and I'm running all through the streets. Never have to cap my race game tight. My vehicles can go all night. Foot up on the gas, I can never break right because I'm allergic to all the red lights. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubble. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubble.
You want to know what's going on in your dirt sports world? Whether it's four wheels, two wheels, Dirt Sports World's got you covered. From the dirt to the dunes, we bring you the latest action in racing, to lifestyle, the newest parts, the newest vehicles, and what the superstars of off-road are up to. Check out our social media for up-to-date information on Instagram, Facebook, Dirt Sports World, and more in depth, and check out the magazine at www.dirtsportsworld.com. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, Dirt Sports World, for some great videos. So make sure to follow us and come get dirty with us.
Once again, reigning supreme, Connor Barry, the three-time iRacing Short Course National Series champion.
One thing I would like to tell my competitors is the job is not done yet.
You can see that Luke Canutt wants to end the season on a high, did not want the fight to end like this.
Second place in the championship, but that's not over yet.
But the championship leaders banging and rubbing doors on the run towards the line. Oh. Connor Barry tried everything. Experience from the real world to the virtual as well, because then Dashley makes a mistake.
It's going to be a new Dashlette this year, so hopefully this means that I'll be running up front more.
and history made. Team Gold and Briley on top.
One thing I'd like to tell all the competitors for 2025 is watch out, Team Gold's coming.
The 2-year wait for victory lane may continue for Keaton Swain.
Winning is important. I show up to win, so obviously winning is everything.
For one final time, we line up the Pro 4 trucks in the 2025 iRacing Short Course National Series presented by Team Real Racing and APV Simulators. Last time out, Connor Barry confirmed himself as a 4-time champion, and so today is just about momentum, heading off into the off-season and building to the Pro 2 National Series and to the World Finals. Hi everyone, welcome along to RacePot TV, where it is just Arjuna Kankipati in the booth here today, but we should have some fun, that is for sure, as we land in the big house and at the Crandon International Raceway. We'll line them up 10 wide on each of our race starts and get things underway in just a few moments' time. Quick look at the schedule, because boy, oh boy, it's been a roller coaster of a ride since February the 12th in what has been a blockbuster season for Connor Barry. We'll touch on that in a few moments' time. Wild West Motorsports Park followed, and then a bit of a brutal run through the month of March, building into April. 4 consecutive weeks back-to-back before the drivers got a break, and now 2 consecutive weeks of action. First at the Firebird Motorsports Park, where Connor Barry not only secured his championship, but won the final Triple Crown event format of the season. Crandon International Raceway closes out the championship, though, the only track that we visit 3 times this season. Here's a look at the championship standings. As mentioned, Barry already confirmed as, well, 4-time on the bounce king, and he's had 5 of the 9 wins this season. Luke Canup stood on the top step of the podium in round number 8, his first time this year, while Keaton Swain did so the round before that. Other round winners include Drake Mittag and Matt Adams, although both of those drivers sit outside of the top 20. There's some fun championship battles to keep an eye on. Crystal King, who's not on this list, is not far in front of Zach Drapkin. Cody Winicki and Josh Edmondson, 4-point split, the two of them, but plenty of fights that I think we'll be talking about through the course of the night. Team Championship new as well for 2025, and it sees a little bit more of a sizable margin for Channel 199 Sim Racing after another 3-digit effort in our Triple Crown format. Factory Sim Sport dropped back slightly, but still in touching distance at the end of this season, with Team Gold and Racecraft Academy just that little bit further behind. So let's take a look at the format then, with qualifying moments away from getting underway. The drivers will get the track to themselves, 4 laps, 10 minutes, and then we'll roll out 4 different heats. Now, we have a slightly smaller field than normal, only 24 trucks that I see out there and ready to go. But that still means that they'll be divvied up into those 4 respective heats, where the top 4 will advance from each. The rest sent into 2 LCQs, mad scrambles that we know for sure. Another 4 laps of action for drivers to try and move their way on forward. Main event, it will be an invert of 6 from the qualifying results, with 12 laps of action. Let's not forget competition caution to pack the field back up at the end of lap number 5. Right, that's a look through all the specifics for today's action. Drivers have just been given their instructions to go for qualifying. I was hoping that we were going to get to show you a look at all the drivers' faces who are sharing their webcams, but there's another event happening on RacePot TV at the very same time, so it does not look as though we're going to be able to do that right now. Maybe a little bit later on in the night if we get further along in the proceedings. A look up above, though, at this wonderful track, I must say. Crandon, one of my favorites, flowing in its nature, and let's take a look at the track map as well. 8 turns on this one, last one called Calamity Corner. but they actually start just on the exit of turn 4, running into turn 5, 10 wide as I've already mentioned once before. It funnels in though through the long left-hander of turn number 6, and effectively we get a free lap, half a lap, because you don't cross the line until you sweep through turn 8, and then the first lap officially gets underway. You can see plenty of drivers rolling out on track for the start of the qualifying session, so I'm wondering if that's a bit of a sign that they all feel as though there's not much time to hang around. Often we do talk about one of the strategies being go out there, set a lap time, and then bail back to pit lane and watch the rest of the field, see if there will be any improvement. Here's Crystal King in the Shenandoah Shine 278, representing Factory Simsport. I don't believe she will be the first driver to get a time on the board. And indeed, this looks as though she is setting up for an attempt. Out wide, and gets the lap underway. So who's going to be the first driver onto the board? It might be Matthew Lindy. Not sure we've seen too much of him this season in the KES Industries 333. But good to see him back here at least for the championship finale. Although he's going out wide as well, so maybe I'm a bit wrong there. We've seen some really, really close qualifying sessions as well, so I think this is one where we'll just keep an eye on proceedings. See exactly where drivers fare out. There's Drake Mittag, as I mentioned, has won an event this season. One of only a handful of drivers to have deprived Connor Barry of that pleasure. He's working down the back half of the lap. Here comes Zach Drapkin, I believe should be one of the first drivers onto the board. We've already burned 3 minutes off the qualifying clock, if you can believe it. And yeah, look at him, tight to the inside. Look behind the wheel of the red line all 56. And a 1:15.851, immediately beaten by Keaton Swain and Cody Winicki, who's had a pretty impressive season, if you ask me. Up there in the thick of the championship fight, 5th. And I think only one missed feature, if I remember correctly. Here comes Josh Edmondson, who I believe is rocking a new VR headset because his old one has a new owner. We'll touch on that slightly later on. Matthew Lindy, he's up to 4th. 4-time champ Connor Barry, he's 3rd. 2/10 off of what Cody Winicki was able to throw down as well. So that's a bit of a statement. Ken Edmondson, who will be looking forward to heading back out into Pro 2s later on this summer. Find some improvement. He goes up to 4th. And now let's see if anyone else at the front of the field is going to continue punching in the laps. You can see left side, Winicki, Barry, Edmondson, yellow, and pits indicated for them on the tower. Nicholas Dachelet has gone out there for a second of his timed attempts. Ooh, does not get that landing right, though. And I think that's his attempt done. Right, here comes Luke Canup. Championship's done, but we know he wants to sign off with a victory. Waiting to see if his time will pop up. But appears as though we've had a glitch with the graphics, so we'll get that up as soon as we can. Meanwhile, here comes Connor Barry back out onto track. You can see the red number boards on the side of what is now a Boozy Jerky powered entry. Head to boozyjerky.com and use the code iRacing Short Course to get 15% off your order. Here comes Drake Mittag, who I believe is just starting a lap, if I have my numbers correct. As we work to get those graphics back up for you, apologies. The joys of live broadcasting. I can tell you, still Cody Winicki at the top. Tyson Miller has gone to 2nd. There is the Terminator, working down past the tree. And then Dashley, Barry, Edmondson, Swain, Lindy, Canup, King. Just saw Trenton Briley jump onto the board. Big airtime there for the Terminator. Factory Sim Sport again. Looking to try and close a 44-point deficit to Channel 199 Sim Racing. I'll be hoping that Connor Barry does not have a good run here today, having contributed the majority of the points. Keaton Swain and Nicholas Dashley have teamed up for the majority of the Factory Sim Sport points. As we see the Terminator out wide, this is him setting up for a lap time. Keaton Swain in the Factory Sim Sport Sim Coaches number 21. He's out wide once again. Crystal King has just jumped to 5th, I can inform you. And also of note, Edmondson and Swain tied on times. And when I say tied, I mean identical. They've been beaten now by Sean Winkler. We watch, though, as Swain sweeps down that run into the back hairpin. Now, Josh Edmondson will be ranked above Keaton Swain because he set the lap time first. The peculiarities of qualifying. Nicholas Dashley is 4 thousandths off of Tyson Miller as well. So we are talking the finest of margins right now. Drapkin up to 10th. He's 20 thousandths behind Matthew Lindy. And I did call it out. We've had some close qualifying sessions. Great point from Rick Husman, by the way. Only 4 of our drivers will miss out on the main event. So expect those LCQs to be, well, not short on action, that's for sure. Barry to 2nd, although still a 1/10 of a second behind of Cody Winicki, whose time is standing very strong. Here comes Keaton Swain. No improvement from him, I believe. No, there it comes, up to 3rd. Meanwhile, a slow roll for Cody Winicki, who's, I think, pointing out to people, look, I'm number 1 right now. I can see a dog over his shoulder as well. He's bailed from that lap too, so bailed from the rig. Clearly no chance of improvement there. You can see the confidence, that's for sure. Here comes Drapkin. He's on his final attempt in the session. What's he got in store? It is a... Again, I was waiting to see if there was an improvement, not from him, instead from Luke Canup, who is going to bail and see the qualifying session come to a close. But only 60 seconds are left, so we are in short time now. That is for sure. Dashley's going to bail. Is anyone else going to head out there onto track? Here comes Tyson Miller. He sweeps his way down the back straightaway. And the word from race control, by the way, is that Cody Winicki has been briefed on the start procedure. No further comment incoming from yours truly. 30 seconds left to go. Is Tyson Miller even going to get a chance to finish this lap? I think no. So instead, let's focus on Josh Edmondson. Back towards the line. It's a good run as well, I thought, but then he bogged down on exit and bails on the attempt. 3, 2, 0. Clock's done, and off the racetrack are all our machines. It's going to be fast, frenetic action coming up in front of us. But I tell you what, let's go see if we can catch up with our pole sitter, Cody Winicki, after a very, very impressive run in qualifying. Let's see if the driver of the number 9 is standing by. Cody, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Cody, you were so happy with your first lap that you bailed off your third one and bailed from the rig as well. Talk us through that qualifying session.
Yeah, I felt pretty comfortable, and then the track state wasn't too wet, so the track was pretty good condition and made it a good run. The third lap, I overjumped one of the jumps and just threw it away, so I left it with the first lap, and we're good to go.
You're not the only one that did that in that session, I can tell you that for free. But, you know, you're 5th in the championship. It's been a great season for you. How do you want to end this Pro 4 national season for 2025 off?
I hope to just get 5th in the championship. Got to stay in front of a few drivers, but we're going to see if we can make it happen.
Did the job in qualifying. Best of luck for the rest of the night, Cody.
Thank you.
Always great to be able to catch up to the drivers. Thank you to Cody for giving us that little bit of a chat with him as well. You can see the look of focus on the face. And well, our quick chat with Cody is now done and in the books. Let's see if we can quickly grab a look at the starting grid. And I was having to be corrected when I mentioned earlier, Cody Winicki briefed on the start procedure. We're 10 wide. There's no rolling start here. We are just going to be good to go. Although, having said that, we may not be good to go. I tell you what, while we wait to see exactly what's happening, I've been given the hold signal. Let's see if we can dial up the starting grid and at least work our way through that. Winicki and Miller on the front row, alongside Crystal King, Matthew Lindy, Tyler Shattuck, and Dennis Mickelson. The battle's going to extend all the way, though, to Eric Jones and Christian Noble. Remember, we should be 10 wide on this start formation. I tell you what, we are going to step aside for a couple of minutes here, but don't go anywhere. Action to come in the final round of the Pro 4 National Series, presented by Team Real Racing and APV Simulators. Don't go anywhere.
I told y'all, we got the game on lock. Crank Lucas the rap deucer. Team Real Racing. Y'all already know we won. Off-road racing, quick as in the desert. To the finish line, passing through the checkers. It's Team Real, we just much better. When we on the track, we apply that pressure. People lined up screaming from the sideline. When they see the UT class fly by, or they see me in the truck doing drive-bys, in the Parker Dam or in the Baja. Every time you see me rolling through inside a buggy, and I'm counting up the money, cause I came to multiply it. Push a 1200 horsepower in the motor, you don't really wanna race me, I dare you to try it. Started up the engine, now my wheels on fire. Zooming through the track while I'm running up the rubber. Better get them slow waves out of my water. You don't wanna see the shark or there's a crusher. It's Team Real, y'all know what the biz. Crank Lucas and I'm spinning on the wheel. Doing 160 past you so fast when the wind hits your body, get the chills. Telling everybody they can eat my dust, but I guarantee you won't beat my best. Popping champagne when I'm at the finish line and I'm holding up the trophy and I beat my chest. What first place look like? It's me. I don't do twos and I never met a three. People know the Team Real logo when I'm running through the desert and I'm running all through the streets. Never have to cap my race game tight. My vehicles can go all night. Foot up on the gas, I can never break right because I'm allergic to all the red lights. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubber. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubber.
want to know what's going on in your dirt sports world? Whether it's four wheels, two wheels, Dirt Sports World's got you covered. From the dirt to the dunes, we bring you the latest action in racing, to lifestyle, the newest parts, the newest vehicles, and what the superstars of off-road are up to. Check out our social media for up-to-date information on Instagram, Facebook, Dirt Sports World, and more in depth. And check out the magazine at www.dirtsportsworld.com. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, Dirt Sports World, for some great videos. So make sure to follow us and come get dirty with us.
Once again, reigning supreme, Connor Barry, the three-time iRacing Short Course National Series champion.
One thing I would like to tell my competitors is the job is not done yet.
You can see that Luke Canutt wants to end the season on a high, did not want the fight to end like this.
Second place in the championship, but that's not over yet.
But the championship leaders banging and rubbing doors on the run towards the line.
Oh.
Connor Barry tried everything. Experience from the real world to the virtual as well, because then Dashley makes a mistake.
It's going to be a new Dashlette this year, so hopefully this means that I'll be running up front more.
And history made! Team Gold and Briley on top.
One thing I'd like to tell all the competitors for 2025 is watch out, Team Gold's coming.
The 2-year wait for Victory Lane may continue for Keaton Swain.
Winning is important. I show up to win, so obviously winning is everything.
I told y'all, we got the game on lock. Crank Lucas the rap deucer. Team Real Racing. Y'all already know we won. Off-road racing, quick as in the desert. To the finish line, passing through the checkers. It's Team Real, we just much better. When we on the track, we apply that pressure. People lined up screaming from the sideline. When they see the UT class fly by, or they see me in the truck doing drive-bys, in the Parker Dam or in the Baja. Every time you see me rolling through inside a buggy, and I'm counting up the money, cause I came to multiply it. Push a 1200 horsepower in the motor, you don't really wanna race me, I dare you to try it. Started up the engine, now my wheels on fire. Zooming through the track while I'm burning up the rubber. Better get them slow waves out of my water. You don't wanna see the shark or there's a crusher. It's Team Real, y'all know what the biz. Crank Lucas and I'm spinning on the wheel. Doing 160, pass you so fast when the wind hits your body, get the chills. Telling everybody they can eat my dust, but I guarantee you won't beat my best. Pop a champagne when I'm at the finish line and I'm holding up the trophy and I beat my chest. What first place look like it's me? I don't do twos and I never met a three. People know the Team Real logo when I'm running through the desert and I'm running all through the streets. Never have to cap my race game tight. My vehicles can go all night. Foot up on the gas, I can never break right because I'm allergic to all the red lights. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubble. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubble.
You want to know what's going on in your dirt sports world? Whether it's four wheels, two wheels, Dirt Sports World's got you covered. From the dirt to the dunes, we bring you the latest action in racing, to lifestyle, the newest parts, the newest vehicles, and what the superstars of off-road are up to. Check out our social media for up-to-date information on Instagram, Facebook, Dirt Sports World, and more in depth, and check out the magazine at www.dirtsportsworld.com. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, Dirt Sports World, for some great videos. So make sure to follow us and come get dirty with us.
Once again, reigning supreme, Connor Barry, the three-time iRacing Short Course National Series champion.
One thing I would like to tell my competitors is the job is not done yet.
You can see that Luke Canutt wants to end the season on a high, did not want the fight to end like this.
Second place in the championship, but that's not over yet.
But the championship leaders banging and rubbing doors on the run towards the line. Whoa. Connor Barry tried everything. Experience from the real world to the virtual as well, because then Dashley makes a mistake.
It's going to be a new Dashlette this year, so hopefully this means that I'll be running up front more.
And history made! Team Gold and Briley on top.
One thing I'd like to tell all the competitors for 2025 is watch out, Team Gold's coming.
The 2-year wait for Victory Lane may continue for Keaton Swain.
Winning is important. You know, I show up to win, so obviously winning is everything.
Well, let's try this again, shall we? Live from the Crandon International Raceway, welcome along to the iRacing Short Course Pro 4 National Series Championship Finale, presented by Team Real Racing and APV Simulators. Championship already settled. It's all about bragging rights and securing your place in the World Finals by locking in a spot, by grabbing a victory here at the Big House. Arjuna Kanki Party solo in the commentary booth, but you all watching along can chime in the chat and hopefully keep me company. Should be interesting. Technical issues have meant that we are going once again with qualifying before we get split up into what will be 3 individual heat races. We'll advance 4 drivers from each, the rest to then go into an LCQ, and madness, I'm sure, will ensue. Madness as well, trying to figure out what's going on in these qualifying sessions. Can Cody Winicki do it again? We'll try and find out. Meanwhile, Tom Grady, he might be the first to the line in the Factory Sim Sports 535, although he's gone out wide, so expect that's a setup lap. It's maybe Dennis Mickelson. No, that looks like a slow roll truck. Josh Edmondson, is he going to be the first? That looks quite slow as well. But a good chance to look through those out on track. Hadley Boyce in the Iridium Sim Sport 994. Remember, drivers out on track by themselves right now. Not sharing the 1.5 miles of Crandon with anyone. Sean Winkler. See, he's in a new virtual reality headset. Might be the one that we used to see on Josh Edmondson's webcam. It's made its way over to Washington State. Right, are we going to start seeing some times? Tyson Miller? Not quite yet, but he started a flying lap. He was up there in the first of our attempted qualifying sessions. 23, Nicholas Dashley. Connor Barry's immediately gone top. 1:15.448. Dashley, what's that first lap time going to be for him? It's a 10th off. And so he's going to reset and re-go. But Cody Winicki will do it again. 26 thousandths clear of the 4-time champion. Tyler Shattuck's gone to 6th. He's in front of Drake Mittag, who rejoins us for the final round of the season. Trenton Brawley's jumped to 8th. Word is we may not get to see Christopher Plumley today. He's got a tight schedule with some of his work responsibilities, so that means just 23 trucks, I do believe, out there on track. Only 3 gonna miss out on the main event. Sean Winkler's taken that brand new VR headset, jumped up to 5th position. Let's ride with McFarlane through the long left-hander, see the suspension at work. So 20 times on the board, note at the bottom, Luke Knupp. It's not where you traditionally expect him to be. And there you go, the response. He's up to 8th. Only Edmondson, McFarlane, Noble, and Mickelson yet to put a time onto the board. McFarlane could change that, although I might have invalidated his first attempt. Not quite sure where he did that. Looks pretty tiny from where I was watching from. Meanwhile, here's Barry, searching for those 26 thousandths of a second. You can see the 5 medals that he's garnered so far this season stacked up behind him. Every one of our winners has had that. This does appear to be just a warm-up lap, though, as he sets up. Off and away he goes. See if Tyson Miller's a little bit further through the lap. Indeed he is. So he heads down where the drivers will be starting. You can see off there, the starting line, whatever they call it. And then into this section that's so intriguing in the race on the race starts. How you battle your way through all of this. Cody Winicki, by the way, has just headed out onto track. Evan McFarlane finally on the board. Here comes the Terminator. Although bailing from setting the actual time, he might have invalidated the run, I might assume. Can Drake Mittag improve? He'll be unhappy with 12th, you'd think. He'll have one more lap. He's only up to 10th right now. Josh Edmondson is not setting a lap time. Is Connor Barry? No, he's gone out wide. Opened up the final corner. And so he's on to his final attempt as well. Pressure's going to start building now. Winicki, Barry, Dashley, the front 3. Look at the intervals on the left side. Lindy and Winkler, down to the 1,000th of a second, are matched. It is not the identical lap time that we saw in the first qualifying run-through of the night. Here comes Grady. He'll be finishing his penultimate lap of the session. Finds himself 3/10 and make that the final lap of the session because he bails. Who's next? Mickelson. Yet to put himself onto the board. Now he does, but only 20th. He'll reset and hopefully try and go again, but he's running short on time. Cody Winicki. Will he find some more time? No, he does not. He invalidates, I think, that previous attempt. And that might be his session in the books now, too. Does have another attempt up his sleeve if he elects to use it, though. Luke Knupp's 5th on the board. Session done. He's used all 4 laps. Meanwhile, Shenandoah Shine, 278. Crystal King, that's 3/10 off. So no improvement. Maybe the track state starting to slip away. Connor Barry did improve, but only in time, not in position. He's still 2nd on the board. Can Matt Adams, winner at Long Beach, conjure up some magic from 19th right now? He'll swing out wide. Set up what might be his final attempt. Now, as Keaton Swain goes to 6th, I'll just call out that usually we would talk to your pole sitter, your top qualifier. but it might be the same driver that we talked to earlier in the night, so we might end up skipping that. Here comes Drapkin to the line. He's currently 15th. He finds 4/10. Does the lap count? No, it does not. Another driver may be brushing up against the wall somewhere, and it's caught him out. Lindy, 333. I mean, that's consistent. He's 1,000 slower. Edmondson's the one that's jumped up to 7th. Final drivers on track. I see McFarlane, Dashalet, Briley, Jones, Adam, Boyce, Mickelson. Those drivers down the back of the field as well. Cody Winicki's time, by the way, seemingly 64,000 slower than what he did in session 1. Connor Barry was 22,000 quicker than session 1, but still, no change at the front between those two. It's Keaton Swain that's lost a little bit more ground relative to the rest of his competitors. Let's see if we can catch any drivers across the line. No improvement, I think, from Noble. Here comes Jones. Another driver struggling. Is that track state exactly what we were talking about? Time runs short and session in the books. Well, Cody Winicki, he's grabbed top qualifier twice tonight. He'll be just slightly disappointed. It doesn't mean he grabs the extra couple of points for pole twice as well. However, he now sits and waits, ready to go for heat number 1. Let's dial up the starting grid. 10 wide they'll be when we get underway for the main event, but 7 cars will line up with Cody Winicki and Luke Knapp on the inside, Evan McFarlane, Drake Mittag, Adam McAfee, Batman, and then Dennis Mickelson and Christopher Plumley making up the 7 that will do battle. And that is a sight to behold, but it will be even more glorious in a few moments' time. Race control doing their final checks, and then the field will be told to focus their attention to the lights. The engines will sing and we will go racing. 3 heats on the cards for today, by the way, not the 4 as traditionally scheduled. That's with a slightly smaller field for the final time this season. Drivers have been sent, so 4.5 laps. 4 drivers to advance. Let's go from Crandon. It's a good launch on the inside, but Knapp and Winicki are banging doors. Banging doors in the middle. Can Drake Mittag hold on? He slides back to 3rd, but it's a tidy start. Just about avoiding the gantry on the inside for one of those machines. Through the long left-hander. Winicki, Knapp, Mittag. Then Plumley, Mickelson, McFarlane, and McAfee. Is there going to be a slide job down through the gravel pit? It's coming from Mickelson. We jump on board with Batman. Good ride into Calamity Corner. Looks like up front, Luke Knapp opened the door. No second invitation needed. And there's contact. 3 wide, and Christopher Plumley glows on through. Thank you very much, he says. Remember, it's about staying inside of the front 4. That's all you really are looking for. Mickelson's up to 2nd. They're tripping over one another. Officially on the first lap of this race, down to the back hairpin. As bumper cars, Mickelson got a shove. McFarlane's up the inside. Fiberglass has been lost on the front right of McFarlane's KES Industries truck. Luke Knapp's been bullied down to 6th position. Oh, I'm going to have no voice after this night, I feel. And Christopher Plumley said thank you very much and run his way clear. Oh my goodness, Luke Knapp was all sorts of cattywampus. He's held on and now has to try and close that gap. He's instantly up the inside of Adam McAfee. Bullies his way on forward as well. think we have to go back and try and take a look at what happened down into turn 1, because, my goodness, it was aggressive. End of the first official lap, and they finally single filed themselves out. Let's see if we can pick this one apart. So, Mittag's the one that's gotten pinched on Luke Canup. Plumley sailed his way on forward. And Luke Canup's just not been able to regather his rhythm, his composure since this point. Contact from McAfee there. Back to the live pictures off the corner. 2 laps to go at the line. Oh, 3 wide. Mickelson down low. Canup in the middle. Winicki up high. Oh, heavens. Batman gets involved. Oh, he's gone up and over. But he's landed on all 4s. Oh, impressive landing there. Again, a quick look at the replay now that the field a bit more stretched out. Oh, it was contact from Canup as the instigating factor, really. And then poor Adam McAfee just along for the ride. Watch here. White flag out, by the way. We are on to the final lap of the first heat of the night, I believe. Nope, never mind. My graphics getting confused. Well, my timing screen is, I should say. Still 1 more lap to go. Bet you Christopher Plumley wishes that was the final lap of the race. Of course, they run out wide through the hairpin, let's not forget. Cut back down, 900 horsepower spooled through the 4 wheels on this truck. The next time we go racing will be after a bit of a break. November 5th is when our World Finals, I should say, start. It is October 1st that we'll be back in action with the Pro 2 National Series. 2-wheel drive, 900 horses, all going through those rear wheels. The likes of Josh Edmondson often talk about preferring that sort of technical challenge. Top qualifier of the night, Cody Winicki, bottom right of the screen. Bit of a grimace, if you ask me. He'll be a bit frustrated, you have no doubt. After starting at the front of the field, it's the driver that started all the way at the back of the field that's sliced and diced his way to the front. And it does seem as though Luke Canup is going to miss out on the main event. Second in points. But that is what a land rush start is all about. Two more heats to come. Big gap as well now between 5th and 6th position. It's Dennis Mickelson and Adam McAfee after their little bit of contact down at turn 5 that have really lost the tail end of the field. But I can only imagine the reaction that we're about to see behind the wheel here. Just 1 more corner to go. And Christopher Plumley does it from the back to the front in heat number 1. Strong Plum gets it done. Almost crashes at the line because he takes his hand off the wheel. McFarlane, Mittag and Winicki will move forward as well. Oh, you can imagine the disappointment for Luke Canup. Adam McAfee, he'll finish in front as in the closing stages of Dennis Mickelson, so as much as those two had their little bit of contact, at least they got it resolved and finished and crossed the checkered flag. Not something that everyone often has the chance to say. Right, quick look at the results, then we'll grid the drivers up for heat number 2. 1.5 seconds. Plumley will be thrilled with that margin of victory. He held on and pulled away in the closing stages from Evan McFarlane, Drake Mittag and Cody Winicki. Impact Sim Sports get it done. Canup, McAfee and Mickelson, they've got some work to do. It's called an LCQ. It's coming up later on. Heat 2 though, sees the champion, Connor Barry, alongside of Keaton Swain, with Trenton Briley, Tyler Shattuck, Eric Jones, and Austin Schreiber. 6 trucks ready to do battle. As mentioned, we are also down to just the 3 heats, I believe, on the night. In fact, no, we have stretched that out to 4 with a slightly limited number. And so the field just waiting for their instructions from race control before we go racing. And I apologize for not knowing that we had gone back up to the 4 heats here in this new session. Let's do something fun. Let's ride on board with Tyler Shattuck. Drivers focused up towards the lights, and away we go. Oh my days, it's an interesting start, that's for sure. It's Keaton Swain that gets the whole shot, though he'll sweep around the outside. Connor Barry tries to challenge, but neck and neck, 3 wide almost. As Shattuck in the 37 looks the long way around. He's got Trenton Briley in the 17 down low. Nice clean launch from all 6 though. Down to the gravel pit. Austin Schreiber tucks to the inside. They stack up off the corner. Trenton Briley's got a good exit. He'll challenge Connor Barry for second though as they come back around to start the first official lap of action. It's Keaton Swain that's gone from second to first. Trenton Briley still there, but Connor Barry gets it done. Holds on to the position with authority. Now, Trenton Briley says he's sharing his webcam, but he forgot to turn it back on for this race. So we're not getting any Briley cam. What an attempt, though, from Barry. Swain sees it coming, drives off the corner and holds on. A driver that ended a 1,159-day streak between victories earlier this season. And Keaton Swain saw that dive bomb coming from a mile away. Bit of contact clearly on the left front for Barry earlier in this race. Fiberglass already showing a bit of damage. But the 2 respectful at the front. Is it going to be now the fight for 4th position? Barry sends it through Calamity Corner. Keaton Swain does an admirable job of not pinching him down low. And holds on to the position as well. 6 trucks still only split by 1.6 seconds. Keaton Swain's going to hold on. My goodness, this is great. If this is what our main event's going to be like, we don't even need the competition caution at the end of lap 5 to pack the field up. Briley, commitment. Swain has to go the long way around, and Barry's up to first. Behind, Tyler Shattuck might just have been passed by Austin Schreiber, but neck and neck for what is the final chance of spot contact. Austin Schreiber's pushed out wide. And on board we ride with Eric Jones. Hoping to take advantage of any contact in front. As already seen, plenty of the action in Heat 1. Some argy-bargy as they exit off the gravel pit once more. 2 laps left to go. Trenton Briley now showing himself to the inside of Keaton Swain. 3 miles left for these drivers to run. And only 3 drivers as well, let's not forget, who are missing out on the main event. So even if you are going to an LCQ, being real, the last thing you want to do is add more race control investigations at the very end of the season. All they can do is hand down a whole slate of penalty points. Slide job. Eric Jones tried it. Austin Schreiber able to cut back underneath. Problem with this fight is it's dropped them off the back of Tyler Shattuck. little bit of no man's land in that 4th position right now. As Jones and Scheiber. Scheiber gets pushed out into the wall there. That looks a bit uncomfortable. Back underneath. Gets it done as well. Good racing, but again, costing each other time. And onto the final lap of Heat 2. Keaton Swain is looking like he's ready to make his mark. The invert is 6 for the main event, though. So really, if Keaton stays behind and holds position, he will be lining up at the front of the feature. But, you know, me thinking about that's why I'm in the booth and he's on track, because look at him go to the inside. And Conor Barry's got a wry smile on his face. Good drive off the corner, and he'll hold on. Barry with the number 1 today, by the way, rather than the number 2 that he's run all season long. It's not done, though. Lunge from Swain. Out through turn 6, just 2 more corners left to go. And Trenton Briley in a spot here where he may be thinking about second. Barry's got to go offensive. Just Calamity Corner left to run. Oh, technical issue for Keaton Swain. He gets into the back of Briley. But the 4, split by nothing, are headed to the main event. Our 4-time champion gets it done. Meanwhile, Austin Scheiber, Eric Jones, I'm sure some slight disappointment for them. Let's grab a look at those race results. We'll get them gridded up for the 3rd heat of the night. 4 cars, 4 trucks I should say, split by 9/10. What more could you ask for? Behind them, 2 drivers knowing night not completely done. There's still some hope left. Dashley and Edmondson line up alongside of Winkler, Drapkin, Adams, and Graham. 6 trucks enter the fray once again, and once more, it is going to be the 4 that move on forward. Drivers have been given their command from race control. Attention to the lights, we are ready to go racing. The ride on board in the middle was bumpy in that previous heat. What happens this time around? Seemed like a long hold, off and away we go. Drapkin, a bit wild in the middle. Is it Edmondson that gets the whole shot? He's challenged by Dashley in the blue, but he does indeed lead under the Red Bull Bridge. Dashley then squeezed out through the left-hander. Winkler to second. Drapkin fighting him around the outside. Matt Adams and Dashley now fighting for 4th position down to the gravel pit. It all stacks up. They pushed out wide. But once more, all trucks will see the start of lap 1 officially. Dashley has fought his way back to the front though. Look at that strength. Edmondson second, Drapkin third, and then Winkler 4th. So they only change between the 56 and the 720. Couple of drivers who do have their webcams turned on, battling down to the back hairpin. Oh, this is an interesting camera view. As far away as you feasibly could really get, I think. And it's a drag race down to turn 5. Long way around for Winkler in the VR. Remember, he's racing with a new headset that he's got from Josh Edmondson, the driver, just down the road from these two. Drapkin now looking a bit more in the rear view. Matt Adams in the Channel 199 sim racing entry, closing in. Winner on the streets of Long Beach, where he did admit his thought when the schedule was released was always that round would be potential trip to victory lane for him. The rest of the season by no means is a throwaway, but definitely expected that it would be a bit harder for him relative than on the tarmac to get things done. Let's jump on board with him. I've commentated on Matt a couple of road course championships as well. Oh, we tried. Drapkin, I think, was so tentative that he's conceded the position. Slide job works. It's pulled them off the back of those in front. It's Nicholas Dashley that leads from Josh Edmondson. This is the fight for the transfer. They're making contact in the air. Ominous signs. West the Mess has missed the apex. He'll rejoin the action though as Adams once more holds on. So 3 miles left for these competitors in their heat. Meanwhile, there is Nicholas Dashley. Very, very comfortable at the front of the field, you'd have to say. Driver that's had a fun championship ride. 4th in points. And he is somewhat clear of Cody Winicki. If not for some penalty points, Dashley could have been in a fight for maybe 3rd in the championship with Keaton Swain. So the fight for the final step in the main event in Heat 3 has seen these drivers lose track of those in front. West the Mess is back with the trio. It's Adams and Drapkin still trying to figure each other out. You can see West being a bit more careful with his apex this time by. He recognizes the opportunity is there, so Drapkin slides forward. Back up into a transfer spot, heading on to the final lap of the race. Must be getting warm for him. His biggest fan is now behind him, keeping him cool through the proceedings. Now 2.2 seconds, the gap to the top 3, so I said in the previous heat that maybe we don't need the competition caution. Scratch that from the record, please. Adams has lost a bit too much time out of turn 3, and he's being very, very tentative, watching in the rearview mirror. Up front, will there be a fight? Josh Edmondson, by the way, has forgotten to turn his webcam on. I do have to mention that. Sean Winkler has not. Oh, and he gets checked up. He had to lift off the throttle there. 3 fighting for 1 step at the front of the podium. Dashley with the slide job through the gravel pit. It comes down to Calamity Corner. How aggressive do these 3 want to be? Bumpers out. Dashley's riding the inside wall. And it's all settled on track. Nice and 2 LCQs to go as well. Apologies if you have just been hearing engine noises for a little bit. Arjuna Kankipati in the broadcast booth. Let's go. Heat 4 underway. Good start on the inside as per normal. Tyson Miller holds on, but he bangs the inside wall. Here comes the drive from Matthew Lindy in the KES Industry 333. Long way around and he gets it done. Down to the gravel pit, we continue going. Remember, we haven't been officially across the line to start lap 1 yet. We'll do so in 1 corner's time. Top 4 to move forward in the final heat of the night. Lindy, Miller, King, Grady in the transfer spots as they run. Noble and Boyce have got to be very, very careful behind. And they don't get too separated. On board with Boyce. Good drive off of turn 3. Those two are doing exactly what they don't want to, though. RG Bargy. Boyce bullies his way into 5th. Lindy and Miller are fighting down towards turn 5, though. Terminator slides up the inside. And now here comes Crystal King as well. Has been a roller coaster of a season for King, but still somehow sits on the bubble of a top 10 championship finish. She's being careful, setting this one up. Back towards the final corner. And around the outside, the Terminator turns in, but then gets balked and pushed back out wide. Single file once again. Lindy continues to lead from the front. Boyce and Noble are in danger. They have started to lose track of those in front of them. As look at Tom Grady. Outside line for him. I thought for a second he was going to be T-boned by those behind. That was just the perspective. Anyway. Top 4 still covered by just under a second. On board with Crystal King. Her best round of the championship actually came last time out. So looking to try and carry forward that momentum. She finished in the top 10 in every one of the Triple Crown races we had last week. 8th, 6th, and 5th, so not a bad run through what were 3 pretty wild rounds. It was great to have Joe Peak alongside myself in the booth. Shame that we're missing him here today. 5:35 gets a good exit. Tom Grady challenges. He's not going to be able to set things up down at the back hairpin. Instead, Matthew Lindy has to fight with Tyson Miller. Lindy's on the inside this time around, which will leave him vulnerable the long way around. I say vulnerable, but he did it on the opening lap of the race to sweep his way to the lead. Not with as much success this time around, but not done just yet. Contact. The Terminator bullies his way forward. 1 lap left to go at the line. This was a look at how things played out on the start. In the live pictures, Matthew Lindy has just bullied his way back to the front as they start the final lap of the race. Final heat of the night as well. 2 LCQs to come. Hadley Boyce and Christian Noble aren't far off the mix as well. Three trucks miss out in total from our main event, so the LCQs maybe going to have a little less chaos than we expect. Crystal King says, let's have some chaos right here, right now. She's past Tyson Miller with the assistance of the slide job, and now focused up front. Had to compromise on the landing. Oh, we got a truck up and over. And it's Tyson Miller. He lands back on all fours, but Hadley Boyce has been promoted. Christian Noble's too far behind to even take advantage through all of that. My goodness gracious me, it will be Matthew Lindy that wins Heat 4. What happens here? Oh, Miller does it by himself. And while I'm sure it was spectacular nonetheless, it will hurt that little bit more. Here's a look at the results. Miller down the back with Christian Noble, and he'll get shuffled into one singular LCQ where 6 will advance to the main event based on the iRacing system. So Lindy, King, Grady, Boyce, they'll be watching on from the sidelines. Here's a look at the starting lineup. It's going to be Luke Knapp alongside of Austin Scheiber, Wes Graham and Christian Noble, Adam McAfee, and then Eric Jones make up the rest of row 1, as to Matt Adams, Tyson Miller, and Dennis Mickelson. It's going to be a fun fight. Remember, only 3 of these to miss out. It's going to be a rough ride down to the opening corner, you would assume. One singular LCQ is mentioned. If you are just joining us, there's another look at the starting grid. But on the Steal It starting line, they are and a correction as well. Top 4 to advance, not top 6. I, once again, have been bamboozled by iRacing. Off and away we go for the LCQ. Lucan up on the inside, does not get the best launch. Austin Scheiber's challenging him through the opening right-hander. Oh, contact, Mickelson involved. He hits the wall, but it could have been worse. Meanwhile, Christian Noble, elbows out, trying to force Austin Scheiber. Austin Scheiber into submission. Down to the gravel pit. Does look as though Luke Knapp's going to be clear. Can he run away and break away? Look at them stacking up behind him. Oh, another truck around. Tyson Miller, second race in a row. He came into the night 10th in the championship. Not what was expected. So again, remember, top 4 to feature from here. It means Eric Jones is on the outside looking in. We ride on board with the 502. Oh, he forces Christian Noble out of the way. Oh, and poor Matt Adams, I don't think there's much he could do about all of that. 3 wide down to 5. Adams on the inside, holds on. Austin Scheiber is holding pace, by the way, with Luke Knapp. Oh, as Christian Noble gets shoved by Wes Graham through the corner and in midair. Scheiber's got his thinking cap on. Last thing he's going to do is move his way into a fight with Luke Knapp. These drivers continuing to stack on top of one another and knock the living bells out of each other as well. What's Batman's view of all of this? Anna McAfee provides this onboard camera. 3 wide across the line. West the Mess gets pushed wide. McAfee takes advantage. Now in a fight with Noble and Adams. Is Adam McAfee going to send it? What's Alfred just told him to do? Oh, backed into the corner. Matt Adams giving up one of his lives there. Christian Noble, very, very fortunate that fiberglass has not been shed off his machine. We'll have 2 laps left after this. The last thing they want to do is cost each other the time and drag themselves away from that 4th and final position in the main event. Matt Adams sits pretty comfortable now. Once again, contact as well. Noble pitted into the corner by McAfee's front end. Ooh, hits the inside wall. That is not ideal. Noble's cost himself some ground there. So Tyson Miller does not look as though he will make the final main event of the Pro 4 season. It means in terms of the playoff standings, he is going to have to wait until the Pro 2 National Series to see where he gets seeded out. This time, Noble's given a bit of room on corner entry. He'll depart off the corner, still in 5th position. Last lap, they lost just over 1/10 of a second to the front 4. So Luke Canup, pressure building from Austin Schreiber onto the final lap of the single LCQ we have tonight. In that APV simulator number 5, Canup in victory lane during our last trip to this sort of a track at the Bok River International Raceway. Long flowing and full of undulating corners. Now maybe you would argue Bok River doesn't have the same sort of abrupt hairpins as maybe Crandon has, but somewhat similar in their nature for sure. This is looking pretty simple, by the way, in terms of who is going to move on forward. No surprises forthcoming, it would seem. After Eric Jones and Matt Adams were able to slide their way forward at the start of the 4-lap LCQ, they left Noble, McAfee, and those behind left to fight amongst themselves. Austin Schreiber, is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it? He gives Luke Canup plenty of room. Doesn't want to force the issue, that is for sure. And while the job is not going to be done for Luke Canup, we might see a little bit of happiness on his face as he crosses the line and makes his way into the main event tonight. No, not even a lick of emotion across his face. Work still to be done. Noble fends off McAfee and Graham in what will be their final showing of the Pro 4 season, and hoping they will make their attempt to qualify into the Pro 2 National Series, which does have its totally own set of qualification processes. So that is all yet to come. Here is a quick look at those results. Canup, Schreiber, Jones, and Adams. Not expecting race control to intervene in any way on those results, and so they move forward. Bye-bye, unfortunately, to Noble, McAfee, Graham, Miller, and Mickelson for this Pro 4 National Series. But we will hopefully, like I said, see them later on this calendar year. It's a packed schedule on RaceSpot TV, that is for sure. We're going to step aside for a couple of moments, but the main event coming up next. Don't go anywhere on RaceSpot TV.
I told y'all, we got the game on lock. Crank Lucas the rap deucer. Team Real Racing. Y'all already know we won. Off-road racing, quickest in the desert. To the finish line, passing through the checkers. It's Team Real, we just much better. When we on the track, we apply that pressure. People lined up screaming from the sideline. When they see the UT class fly by, or they see me in the truck doing drive-bys, in the Parker Dam or in the Baja. Every time you see me rolling through inside a buggy, and I'm counting up the money, cause I came to multiply it. Push a 1200 horsepower in the motor, you don't really wanna race me, I dare you to try it. Started up the engine, now my wheels on fire. Zooming through the track while I'm burning up the rubber. Better get them slow waves out of my water. You don't wanna see the shark or there's a crusher. It's Team Real, y'all know what the biz. Crank Lucas and I'm spinning on the wheel. Doing 160, pass you so fast when the wind hits your body, get the chills. Telling everybody they can eat my dust, but I guarantee you won't beat my best. Pop a champagne when I'm at the finish line and I'm holding up the trophy and I beat my chest. What first place look like it's me? I don't do twos and I never met a three. People know the Team Real logo when I'm running through the desert and I'm running all through the streets. Never have to cap my race game tight. My vehicles can go all night. Foot up on the gas, I can never brake right because I'm allergic to all the red lights. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubble. Team Real, Team Real. Everybody thinking that they faster till they got a race. Team Real, Team Real. All about the speed and you can see it all up in my face. Team Real, Team Real. Real scared money don't make no money. It's Team Real, Team Real. Hit the motor rumble and the tires burning from the rubble.
One final main event in the 2025 iRacing Short Course Pro 4 National Series, presented by Team Real Racing and APV Simulators. Arjuna Kankipati in the broadcast booth. And well, let's see if we can bring one of the drivers in before we go racing for a very quick chat. Crystal King, through the invert, is going to line up at the front of the main event starting lineup. Crystal King joins us in the booth now. Crystal, end of the season, what are you hoping for starting on the inside of the front row? Of course, pole position, top qualifier, whatever you want to call it, seems rather meaningless here with a 10 wide start.
Yeah, the goal is to just make it out of turn one. I would like to not wreck and not cause a wreck. And yeah, hopefully I can just make it out of barn turn into gravel safe. And I don't know, I think I can have a good race.
Inside's the place to be on the race starts though, right? The middle looks quite bumpy.
Yeah, the pole position is going to be your best bet. There's not as big of a little jump there halfway, and you know, you can have a nice clean entry to your turn.
Best of luck for this final race of the season, Crystal. Hopefully we'll talk to you in about 12 laps time.
Thanks, see ya.
Crystal King joins us already on the grid, so great that we get the chance to interrupt the drivers moments before they go racing. As mentioned, let's dial up a look at the starting grid though and get ready to rumble. King, Edmondson, Briley, McFarlane. They're on the front row alongside of Lindy and Dashley. Remember, 10 wide will thunder down to turn 5 with Connor Barry, 4-time champ, right in that danger zone in the mid-pack. Christopher Plumley, Drake Mittag, Keaton Swain. That's the rest of row 1. And then Sean Winkler on the inside of row 2, you might say, in a pretty good position. He's got Tom Grady to his left-hand side. Winicki, Shattuck, Drapkin, Boyce, Knupp, and then Scheiber make up 18. Eric Jones and Matt Adams make up 20 that are ready to go. The drivers are just waiting for their instructions. Last checks from race control. But their attention will turn to the lights, and for one final time this season, we will throw them to the start of a main event. Competition caution at the end of lap number 5 to pack the field back up. But here we go. 12 laps on deck. And for the final time in the 2025 Pro 4 National season, we are green. Good launch, second place from Edmondson. He'll challenge Crystal King. He opens up the corner big time as well, and that's contributed to chaos behind. Swain in the wall. It's Plumley that's gone up and over. Remember, he went from last to first in his heat. It's all ended in tears, though, before he even got down through one corner. King got the whole shot down to the gravel pit. Bedlam behind. McFarlane. Edmondson, Winkler, Briley. That's the running order behind your race leader. As fiberglass goes flying. Josh Edmondson gets the elbows out and goes for the lead. So does Evan McFarlane. That cost that McFarlane as well, though. Now look, he's been bullied by Sean Winkler and Trenton Briley. Whoa, Connor Barry. This is what short course is all about. Onto the berm. Oh, heavens above, that's Drake Mittag. They're going to be 5 wide off this corner. Oh my goodness. King and Edmondson have sailed their way clear. We got a crash. No, they've held on to it. Oh, this is wild stuff right now. So Connor Barry's gone to 3rd, but it's Tyler Shattuck that's plus 10 through all of this. One truck in the wall. That's Tom Grady in the factory Sim Sports 535. They're going to be 4 wide down to the gravel pit, and Knupp's just forced Grady wide. I mean, where do you even look? Oh my goodness. So Zach Drapkin in the middle of now this mid-pack action. Oh, 3 wide behind. Grady gets shoved wide again. See if we turn our attention further forward. Does that mean the racing cleans up? Josh Edmondson's right on the case of the race leader. Once again, though, has forgotten to turn his webcam on. He will grab the point, but we will stack the field up at the end of lap number 5. Doesn't mean by any means that this is meaningless racing, but look at the amount of fiberglass that's been shodden off some of these trucks. Good thing their repair bills are free in the virtual world. Cody Winicki's gone from being top qualifier to being, well, all the way down in what is 12th position right now. Make that 11th. You can see the shake of the head there as well. He is probably frustrated that this is the situation he finds himself in. Knupp on his bumper, having to go through an LCQ, let's not forget. That wasn't on many bingo cards heading into the night. Out of turn 3. I think they've all realized at this point, only thing they're doing, costing each other some time. A couple of laps left to go before that competition caution. Matthew Lindy under fire from Tyler Shattuck. 4th and 5th positions up on the cards here. sweep through the hairpin. That was a good line chosen from Shattuck. He recognized he was going to get the inside. Lindy now watching as Briley tries to pour his way forward as well. Oh, we got a truck in trouble. Evan McFarlane's lost some ground here. See if we can figure out what happened during that comp caution. Front of the field, it's still Edmondson from King. Lindy and Briley are still squabbling over 5th position, refusing to let it go. 2 laps left before that comp caution. Edmondson now 1 second clear, by the way. He is breaking away. His Channel 199 sim racing teammate, Connor Barry, our 4-time champion, not far behind. Lindy trying to avoid losing another spot here. Both Sean Winkler and Trenton Briley looking the long way around. Now Edmondson's having a technical issue. But let's not freak out. He pops back into life. Now that would be a win that I am sure Edmondson would love. A driver that prefers the Pro 2s. Getting it done in the Pro 4s would just set him off into our Pro 2 National Series with that little bit more momentum. These drivers not content. They've got 1 more lap before that comp caution. They know that as well. Briley in front now of Lindy. Watch for Nicholas Dachelet behind. On board. Winkler squeezes. Here comes Dachelet. 4 abreast they run. Lindy gets squeezed. Drapkin's going to try and send it as well. And they might be 4 wide once again. They tried 5, but Dachelet gets his nose in front. Winkler gets to his inside. Oh, this is amazing stuff. These drivers released, knowing the comp caution's corners away. Winkler bobbles, cattywampus, down to 10th. It's Drapkin that's now made up 8 positions in this main event, but he gets sent out wide by Briley. Edmondson's going to lead at the comp caution. But who is going to be in 5th? Dachelet, Briley. Oh, and then chaos through Calamity Corner. Luke Canup grabs 7th. Have you ever? I promise you, I don't know why Joe Peak and Dave Arnold had to pick tonight of all nights to miss. This has been spectacular. Let's see if we can dial up Josh Edmondson behind the wheel of the Channel 199 sim racing machine. Of course, racing in virtual reality, and forgot to turn his webcam on. So we aren't going to have the chance to see Edmondson, but we can talk to him. Josh, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
First up, I just have to tell you, you forgot to turn your webcam back on, so maybe you could do that before we get going once again. But what a move to get past Crystal King. How are you feeling now as we get ready to go?
Oh, well, I just turned the camera back on, but I had to make a move quick. I know Connor's fast, he's coming. Dachelet's really quick here. There's some guys that I need to try and stay ahead of, and I'm trying to stay out front here, so I had to get up here quick. Got a little damage though, unfortunately, so hopefully that doesn't slow us down and we can stay up here.
Talk to us about track evolution, because that was something mentioned during qualifying. How's the track feeling halfway through this feature?
It's good. It's starting to wear in. We're going to definitely have some blue groove these next few laps. It'll be a little harder to turn in some sections, and you got to kind of search for that right line. It changes a little bit, so yeah, you definitely have to be aware of that.
Well, best of luck, Josh. Let's see if you can wrap up the Pro 4s, head into the Pro 2s with some momentum with a win.
Thank you.
Let's Let's see if I can also move Josh back to the right room so he doesn't have to worry in virtual reality. Appreciate the drivers giving up a little bit of their time to come and have a chat with us. Always appreciate that as well. I can only imagine going from the intensity of the racing to talking to this Muppet up in the broadcast booth. Have heard from pit lane, Evan McFarlane is in the pits. There's been an issue with his car. He will not be rejoining. So, we're ready to go. And our restart zone, if you are curious, was communicated to all the drivers, so there should be no surprises by any means. It's going to be after we exit out of turn 5. So we are one corner away from going racing again. Here we go. Edmondson in control. King, Barry, Shattuck behind. Holding. Edmondson now has control of the field. Punches the throttle. We are go. Gets a good jump. Where's Barry? Right on the case of Crystal King. Looks like Luke Knup's got to the inside of Trenton Briley. Nicholas Dachelet also fighting with Tyler Shattuck. Off the corner they were. Half this feature complete. 6 more laps this season. And Josh Edmondson just hoping that he will be able to hold on. Dachelet gives the hip and shoulder to Tyler Shattuck. Doesn't work out for him. Out of turn 3, they slide. Fiberglass, a little bit askew on the left rear of Edmondson's machine. Don't worry too much about that, I think. Ooh, sends Briley. Dachelet bullying Shattuck. And lots of stack-ups off the back hairpin. Too wide, too deep. Knup's going to try and cut back underneath. Oh. He's going to open a chance for Drapkin to close the margin slightly. Shattuck loses a bit more ground as well as he runs offline. Front of the field. Barry still being frustrated in some ways. Meanwhile, his teammate Josh Edmondson probably quite relieved. Fiberglass continuing to go askew at this point. So Dachelet alongside of Briley at the line. That's the fight for 4th position. 5 laps to go. Sweeping down to 3. Single file for the most part through the field. Sean Winkler might be trying to make his way past Matthew Lindy, but that didn't quite work out. Whoa, Dachelet is going to try. Oh, and park it on Briley. There was almost a little bit of a moment there with Luke Knupp and Tyler Shattuck behind. It all worked out. This is the view from 3rd place and Connor Barry. A driver that can afford to share the wins just a little bit, by the way. Has had 22 National Series wins through his 4 championships as well. See if anyone else will stand on the top step of the podium this time. King and Edmondson have yet to do so this season. And for both of them, it would be their first National Series win. Luke Knupp in front of Dachelet now. He's lost the fiberglass on the left and the right front. Who needs it? Just slows you down, it turns out. It's the kind of race where you expect those at the front just to hope that their advantage builds into the final lap. And maybe then the action intensifies. Behind, Drapkin fights with Shattuck, who, remember, had been plus 10 at one point. He's now plus 7. Slides his way across the nose of Drapkin with authority. Ooh. Almost squeeze into the wall there as well. So Trenton Briley in 4th position has got Luke Canuck behind him. And with 3 laps left to go, surely no chance they'll close to those in front. Ooh. Shattuck and Lindy, cattywampus. Winkler takes advantage. So does Cody Winicki. Oh, and Lindy goes around. You know what? We've completed 9 laps of this main event, all the LCQ and heat race laps as well. That's the first real bit of contact that's resulted in major drama midway through a race. Back up front. So Josh Edmondson has had a couple of wins in his time in the series. These have come in World Cup events. Crystal King has won 2 regional series races, but never here in the National Series. Crystal King, also the 2021 Regional Series champion. We talked about this last week, but announced that the Regional Series will not be returning for 2025. In some ways, a testament to the skill set of the likes of Crystal King, who have developed from the initial class of Regional Series champions, and now can run at the front of the National Series as well. Luke Canup and Dashley still fighting. They've got Drapkin trying to set them up out of turn 3. Eyes don't have to wander far behind to find Cody Winicki behind Sean Winkler now. The 720 and the 9. Ooh, that looked like some smoke and drama. Oh, and Cody Winicki almost gets spun around, but then gets pushed back into a straight line. I mean, they say motorsports is not a contact sport. I encourage you to look at the mid-pack of any short course race. So now split attention. Top and bottom. You can keep an eye on the fight for 4th position effectively. And top of the screen, keep an eye on the battle for the lead. I say effectively 4th on the bottom. Trenton Briley looking somewhat comfortable. You could probably make that the fight for 5th. Final lap of the season though. Josh Edmondson clear up front. Ooh. That looked like Dashley giving the hip check to Tyler Shattuck. Bottom screen is where my attention is mainly focused, because look at the 3 up front. 0.6 of a second between each of them. Oh, Crystal King initiates the contact, but can't steal enough speed off the race leader. Drapkin gets in front of Dashley out of turn 4 for the final time. Look at them run one final time, outs through this long left-hander. Luke Canup trying not to open the door for Zachary Drapkin. And meanwhile at the front of the field, contact made. Crystal King's got one final chance. Will she send? Will she commit? Through Calamity Corner, Crystal King gets it done. At the Big House, her first win in the National Series, and by 1/4 of a second. Josh Edmondson will be frustrated, but the door was left open. Let's take another look at that one. Edmondson got squirrely, squeezed out on the left. And Crystal King crosses the line to grab her very first National Series victory. I did say it would be nice if we talked to her after being at the front of the field at the start of this race. But that is what some would call the bump and run, some would call Crystal King Corner. Let's ride with Connor Barry, see his perspective of this. I'm sure there will be thoughts, opinions, emotions, and we'll dive into them in our post-race, our post-season coverage indeed. One more look as King celebrates a historic victory here. Oh, be careful, Crystal. But she knows how to celebrate, that is for sure. This one might go on for a while, so I tell you what, let's go catch up with our race results. Then, when King's done, we'll be ready to catch up with her. It's a quarter of a second between the front two, as mentioned. Connor Barry not far behind, and then Briley and Canapa. Team Gold 4 and 5 in the final round of this Pro 4 National Series. At least some decent points on the board for them. Racecraft Academy's Zachary Drapkin 6 with Tyler Shattuck bundled down to 7th after the comp caution, but he'll be pretty happy with his race. Cody Winicki will be frustrated twice. Pole position, fastest qualifier, 8th at the end of the season for him. At 9th for Dashley, 10th for Winkler, 11th for Keaton Swain, and then Mittag, Grady, Adams, Jones, Boyce, Schreiber, Lindy finishing this race alongside Christopher Plumley. It's only Evan McFarlane that's classified as a DNF. Let's get to it. Let's get down to victory lane. Crystal King standing by. And Crystal, congratulations. Talk us through that last lap dash for the lead.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't think I could get there. I was a little nervous there. I was in the sandwich of the Channel 199 guys, and it's crazy having to fend off Connor and then go after Josh. There for a second, I thought hope was all lost, and then I was able to get to his quarter and Cowboy, and then, yeah, pushed him up in gravel, and I was able to take it at Calamity. That's pretty cool.
First ever National Series win, but you are, of course, a previous Regional Series champion. How does it feel to finally get it done here in the National Series?
Oh, it's pretty cool. It's a much higher caliber than Regional Series, and it's just kind of like a full circle moment. It's been what, like 4 years now, and I've been racing with these guys for a while, and I knew I could do it, especially here at Crandon, but I just could never put myself in the right position, and tonight I got really lucky getting the invert, and that really helped me out, and so yeah, I'm stoked.
Final question, what are you going to be doing between now and the Pro 2 National Series kicking off later on this year?
Not much. I'm gonna enjoy my summer, get away from the sim for a little bit, and hopefully come back in the fall refreshed. And I don't know if I'm top 10 in points now, but hopefully I can make the World Finals and, you know, make something out of this.
Never trust my math, but with the unfortunate struggles of some of your competitors, including the Terminator, you might actually be top 10. Crystal, congratulations on the victory. We'll see you later on this year.
Thanks. I just want a huge shout out to my team, Factory. They helped me out so much, and it's so fun to race with them. And yeah, thanks for putting on the series, Connor, and thanks for the broadcast.
Crystal King, first victory of hopefully many in the National Series. Let's see if now we can catch up with Connor Barry, 4-time champion, but that was confirmed last time out. So Connor, you came into this event with a little less pressure, some would say. Talk us through it. Another podium for you, so not much to complain about, I think, at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, it definitely was a good one out there. We showed up with definitely speed out there, so that was good. We qualified in second, and we were able to win the heat race. So, and then we started in P7, and that was just honestly tough out there. I mean, I got in the third, and my truck was just done. So I brought it home in third, and I'm pumped. I was able to bring home, and I was able to bring home a top 3, and our eyes are set on the Pro 2 now.
5 wins in 10 races this season, this championship I should say, so sets you up in pretty good stall for the World Finals, Connor. Let's talk a bit about that, because obviously, you know, there's playoff standings and everything. How excited are you about bringing that in new for this year, combining Pro 4 and Pro 2 National Series to build up to the World Finals, which will kick off November 5th. So it sounds like a long time away, but it's right around the corner.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be fun. It's going to show on who is the best, between both of them. I think it's going to be tough out there, but I feel like tonight was definitely a big night as this is the exact truck and track combo for the big finale. So we showed up with speed, and that was good. So I'm pumped for it. It's going to be fun, and we're going to go and try and win in the Pro 2s and carry that into it.
Well, Connor, before we let you go, I know you have some people to thank that make all of this possible. This is the time. The floor's yours.
For sure, I want to give a big thanks to Boozy, Jerky. They have been a partner of this series, and they also have came on board for these final 2 events. So I want to give a big thanks. I want to give a big thanks to my team. We got second and third, so it definitely was a good showing. And a big thanks to you guys for this broadcast.
Thanks as ever, Connor, on the podium. And I think I'd have to go back and check the record books. I think he was on the podium every single round of the championship. Let's see if we can catch up with Josh Edmondson. Josh, I know that's not the end of the season, the end of the race that you wanted, but what a race and a great end to your Pro 4 season as we build off the summer and into the Pro 2s. Talk us through how you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I let that one slip away a little bit, obviously. But yeah, overall I'm feeling good. I ended the season strong. It was obviously a roller coaster season. I was either top 5 or DNF and getting wrecked or something. So yeah, I mean, to be on the podium, can't complain. I wish I could have won that one. I just had a little too much damage. She hit me really hard on lap 9, I think it was, in Cowboy, and it gave my left rear damage, and man, I was struggling after that, so I couldn't build a gap at all. And then yeah, she did what she had to do, I guess. You know, it's the driving standards these days. You just kind of drive through the people and take the spot. So, you know, congrats to her on the win, and yeah, glad it's over though.
Obviously, I know that you are looking forward to the Pro 2s, which we'll get to in a couple of months' time. But I think with this result, you've still moved yourself up to 5th in the Pro 4. So, you know, given all of that, I know it's not been an easy season at times. I think back to a couple of the races midway through the championship. You still must be feeling pretty happy that, you know, this speed building into the car that you prefer is going to all lead to hopefully some victories in that Pro 2.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, not a big Pro 4 fan. Just not a fan even how the racing standards in this in here. It's just not. I don't enjoy it that much. I really love the Pro 2. That's my favorite, like you said, and yeah, I am looking forward to that. I feel like the racing's a little cleaner and there's a little more skill gap separation. So yeah, definitely looking forward to them. But also this little break that we get. I'm ready.
Yeah, and let's not forget, October 1st is when the Pro 2 National Series starts. But we do have a trip to Watkins Glen on October 15th. So another road course to look forward to, Josh. Are you enjoying that in terms of breaking up the action, the monotony of only having the 4 tracks for a couple of years now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely part of maybe another reason why I don't enjoy it as much, the same 4 tracks for so long. So yes, actually, I really like the road course stuff, and in the Pro 2 especially. Obviously, I'm an advocate for that, but that truck's the most fun. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It could even be dirt oval. It's the best there, or road course, anything. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be pack racing though, with the draft and everything there. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Thanks for the Canonist Josh, we'll see you in a couple of months after the summer for the Pro 2 National Series races.
Yep, thanks Arjuna. I just got to shout out you guys for doing the broadcast. Stoked to go back and watch these. And then shout out everybody on the team, Channel 199 Sim Racing. Congrats again to Connor and the sponsors that support us, Track Racer, Pimax VR, and Racecraft.
Josh Edmondson wrapping up our not just post-race, but post-season coverage as well. And I do tend to agree with them on the, let's say, tired nature of their mental state, given the frequentness that now they have been racing at some of these tracks. Let's just take another look at this, though, by the way, before we wrap things up. A move that sees Crystal King grab her first National Series victory. Remember, it's been a roller coaster of a season. Started in the month of February. Feels like just yesterday, but May 21st when it all comes to an end. And now a long wait before we get to go racing once again. It's going to be 133 days before we go live for the Pro 2 National Series. But what fun it will be for the entire team behind the scenes that's made this possible. Connor and the admins team, including Aiden Irvine on race control. The broadcast team, Dave Arnold and Joe Peak, have joined me on commentary through the season. Hugo Luis has clicked some buttons behind the scenes as well. And my name is Arjuna Kankipati. So glad that I get to commentate on short course racing. It is a treat. And I am so spoiled that we get to do it on iRacing, albeit with just the 4 tracks. We'll see you in October for the Pro 2 National Series. Hopefully the summer flies on by.